So, I'm having trouble streaming. I was taking a look at one of my old videos, and the camera is bad. Like, looks like 2K, not 4K, or at least 1080p. And I'm like, damn it, man, I want to have to upgrade my camera. And then my internet connection sucks. So maybe that's why the latency is there. So you know what? I got a new computer, which is not really new, it's old. But I'm using this camera. Let's see how it looks. Let me try it out. And let me talk about the Korey Holcom situation. Because Korey Holcom, he calls everybody moist, including Joe Biden. He has this thing about calling men gay because that's like the worst thing you could do to anybody, right? That's like the most disrespect or higher up disrespect you could do to a man, which is challenges manhood. And Joe Biden, a rapper, dropped some bars and destroyed Korey Holcom, a comedian. And now I'm noticing I got my nose stuffed. Anyway, at his age, I was just shocked how great the bars were. Like, he really, really destroyed Korey Holcom. Now let's take a look at let's take a look at O'Shea Jackson, which is another character that Korey Holcom called moist, that talked about this. Let's see.
The beef with Joe Budden and Korey Holcom started a little bit ago when Joe Budden started to talk about Korey Holcom on his podcast. So at first it was just a criticism of Korey Holcom and how he treats his daughter and talking about Anton's daughter. But then he came with this point.
That's no. I can't that.
Because nowadays,
yeah, you shared something like maybe over a month ago, and I disagreed with it, but like to each his own. But you was like, I can hate somebody and still watch their content. For me, seeing how Korey spoke about his daughter, seeing how he spoke about Anton's daughter, like some be enough character-wise for me to be like, cool. I think we was having that conversation about, I ain't even gonna say homeboy name, but they recently did a Nazi party in
Nick Fuentes
in Miami, and you're the first person I thought about, because it was like this is why some can't get a view.
With Korey,
I wasn't talking about Korey.
I'm just using an example. With Korey, I was familiar with his brand of comedy first, which was always like this, talked crazy. So when he put it into the format of the podcast, I understood it. I got it. But now when you match it with you really outside, like swinging on a woman.
To this story here, do you know he tried to file a restraining order against her? And said she hit him.
Right.
His back was turned.
Korey Holcom would then respond to Joe Budden's.
And let me say this much. I think Korey Holcom's main two problems is that he lied about what the girl did. And when he lied, he really sounded serious. Like, he really sounded believable. I actually believe what he was saying. But then we saw the video. So that took away all credibility away from Korey Holcom, which now makes you think that everything he says is a lie. He knows how to lay out his narrative, lay out an argument to make it sound real. And that's one of the problems with this comedian. Like, a good comedian will make you believe their words or what they're saying. Like, there's some truth to it. But Korey Holcom used it to lie straight into the camera, straight to the audience about what happened. But when we saw the video that he snuffed that lady, it does not go to what he says. So that's one of the problems, that he lied. So there goes his credibility. And number two, that he hit a woman on camera. So that means he probably been hitting women all day. The man is 56. So he's been swinging since he was young, breaking people's faces. So once you lose credibility and nobody likes you, crazy.
History of domestic violence.
Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater. Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater. Was talking about how he said, the girl said.
So you see right there, these are allegations. That means that the listener gotta imagine all this shit and recreate the activities in their mind and let their imagination soar, right? like I guess maybe. So you're gonna have people that believe Korey and people that not. But you know what? After Korey coming off as a liar, nothing Korey says is believable.
The girl said he sat on my stomach and made me have a miscarriage. You know what he said? I didn't sit. I sat on top of her titties or something. He said,
You see, he sounds real. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about. When ultimately the man is a liar. So that's it. Whatever you're saying, you're really thinking through it, and you know how to convince people. You've been a comedian for so many years, but the gig is up. We know you're a liar. But go ahead, speak on that.
sat on where her breast was. That's where I was sitting.
Down.
He said I was a son. Yeah, I'll be online. Online, I'm a man to man. I ain't no bitch.
You a bitch.
But man to man, you a serial woman beater.
You a bitch.
Everybody do the homework on Fruit Booty Buttons and all of the women that have accused him of actually beating them up.
Now, just a few hours ago, or I think maybe it was been released within 24 hours ago, Joe Budden would officially respond to Korey Holcom. And boy, was it interesting.
Korey Holcom, you don't fight well enough to do this with me. Like, we have video with you. You're not smart enough, strong enough, big enough, fast enough to do none of this you're talking about with me. We saw you with the homie Anton. He asked you to walk outside, and you remained stationary, Korey Holcom. Please keep my name out of your mouth, and don't take anything I'm saying as like a threat to you. I wouldn't plan on doing nothing when I see you. Actually, if I saw you and we were breathing the same airspace, I would take it as a threat to me, a threat from God, a threat from life that we even in the same circumference, nigga. Korey Holcom, your fall from disgrace has been one that should be studied, from kind of funny to kind of bummy to I'm just the dummy. You over there struggling. You look a sandwich away from welfare. You dusty the face looking boy. Korey Holcom, I can't believe that you are engaging this way when you fight that way. Honestly, it's over. You over there just lonely and poor. Your co-host look bad. Not the woman. I'm not talking about her. Everything over there look bad. I know you down bad because you on a Costco table podding in front of a fake plant that appears to be dying. You failed at fatherhood. You hate yourself. You hate your daughter. Your daughter hates you. You failed at fatherhood, finances. You failed at funny. Your pod sucks. You failed at fodder. You just a failure all around the board. And don't forget the original point. You don't fight well enough to do none of this with nobody. So prayers up to Korey Holcom. We're not going to go.
And you see how respectful he was toward Darlene? That's a female. And you're supposed to have a little bit more respect for women? Man, Joe Budden is a genius how he dropped the balls.
Back and forth in an exchange because I just don't feel the need to do that with you. I was just shocked to see that you still had a voice over there.
Damn. You should have did that over the ether beat.
No, man, please. For Korey.
Dang.
Please. Korey over there, no shape up, a dusty derby. Korey looked like he looked like Grandless Pooba.
Yeah.
Grandless Pooba. Korey over there looking like the store runner for a black biker gang. Korey looked like he covered in just warts and scabs. Korey looked ashy yet damp. Like he like there's no reason why he shouldn't have the time for a back and forth with nobody right this second. It looked bad. It looks bad. It looks bad over there. And that's before he started losing all these gigs because of that video that came out. So prayers up to you, my brother. You're going to need it.
All right, this is, I don't know, Joe Budden style or roasting. I mean, he was, he had definitely some good pop shots in this. But I'm going to tell you, like, why this is significant. Number one, is this trash talk. And, it's just him saying this and him saying that and all of this. But to be honest, this strategy spreads Korey Holcom too thin, in my honest opinion. And the reason why I believe he's spread it too thin here is because he has too many beefs going on. Number one, TMZ is going down your neck. Two, you may have lost Darlene. Three, content creators are changing their position on you. And then to go back and forth with somebody like Joe Budden, you're going to come out and then you still have the Anton Daniels thing. You're going to come out and say something else because Joe Budden pretty much just didn't diss Korey Holcom. He dissed Craig Smith too. All right. And I like Craig Smith. I have a lot of respect for Craig. He didn't diss Darlene. I don't know if Darlene's going to come back, but I want to go on record. I got a lot of respect for Craig Smith. Craig Smith is a loyal brother. I mean, he's from Cali, so of course he's loyal.
He's right,
I mean, all brothers from California.
Yeah, Craig Smith is standing right there next to Korey Holcom, just taking the punches because of Korey Holcom. That's what you call a loyal friend. He shuts the fuck up and lets Korey talk. But, about to lose your career over this nigga? I don't know, man. As a matter of fact, Korey should still tell him to step away. Let me take the bullets.
California is just like that. So I love Brother Craig. Again, I love the show, right? Whether I criticize them or not, I love the show. The issue is that this is going to make Korey Holcom respond to Joe Budden. And then with the ongoing beef, it's nothing for people behind the scenes to start coagulating against you when you've already admitted that TMZ is ruining your life. Okay? Didn't you already admit this?
I haven't been working a lot of my gigs. I lost a lot of my gigs. So, by the way, thank you, TMZ. I lost another gig today. Gary, Indiana, on the boat. Y'all got me good. I'm losing gigs.
The problem here.
No, for a 56-year-old who hasn't learned anything and he's trying to keep black people in the plantation dumb as fuck, like we good down here. We don't need to go to the top. We don't need to do better. Let's enjoy our company here at the bottom of poverty. And now he's losing jobs left and right. Shouldn't he step back and just say, you know what? I'm going to pause. But it's something that he got to just stop and think and realize on his own that he's fucking up. And he needs a minute. He needs a couple of months off, even a year. People to forget about him and forget about his problems. So you can start fresh. But he won't. I don't think he's smart enough.
Is you've already admitted that TMZ is one. So then you get Joe Budden, and I'm not going to say he's going to do anything, but let's say, for example, he's an industry player. So you put it out there that these people are winning. So what is the rest of the guys who don't like you? Well, they're gonna follow suit, right? You've already shown that you're under distress. So okay, let's join forces with the people that you're under distress with. And going back and forth with Joe Budden right now, when, like I said, you're really under dire straits, in my honest opinion. You're crashing out. You're not holding up pretty good. People are upset about how you treated Darlene, bruh. And I'm putting this out there out of love because I'm gonna put it out there to everybody to see. Because if you see Korey, you should tell them this. Okay, this is the best opportunity to bring the show back to what it was before, without going back and forth with anybody. Try to.
And it's crazy because he went against O'Shea Duke Jackson, the guy speaking. And O'Shea Duke Jackson is strong enough and smart enough to realize that Korey Holcom is just crashing out. So he's giving him good advice, very good advice. So that makes O'Shea Duke Jackson look very humble. From one friend to another. They're not friends, but just amicable. All right? He liked his comedy, he said. So just from an amicable perspective, not wanting to take anybody else down, this is what you should do. So you're being very nice.
Have a show about comedy. Try to have a show about good topics. Try to have a show with the old 5150 vibe. You know what I mean? Bring in a different guest outside of you and Darlene and Craig. So then that focus can be focused on the guest. That's why they probably need somebody in scheduling or a manager like that. So if you just bring Korey, Darlene, and Craig Smith back into the office, well, Korey Holcom is a mic heavy person on the podcast. And given Korey Holcom being mic heavy, he will not have the discipline to talk about something else outside of what's bothering him. He's not disciplined enough to do that. So what you're going to get is you're going to get Korey Holcom to be on the podcast, and then he's automatically going to talk about his frustrations. He's going to alienate Craig and Darlene out of the conversation, where Darlene, is just there, probably under some pressure, don't want to participate, doesn't like what's going on. brother Craig Smith, who is funny and who can talk about a lot of topics, and so can Korey, right? So those three are going to be limited. And right now, what you need is Korey Holcom with a fourth person there, like a debate on Christianity or something like that. He needs somebody to come in and say, listen. And to be honest, I wish I was a producer for the 5150 show. Look, man, we can squash this beef, Korey. I mean, I'm not beefing with you for real. Look, let me online produce the 5150 show, okay? While you down bad right now. Let me do it. That way, the show will get back on track. And in about 6 months, all this will go underneath. Who all believes that O'Shea Duke Jackson, Mr. Content Creator, could produce content for the 5150 show? I'm telling you, bro, I'll do it for the free. I'll do it for the free, okay? We can schedule it up. We can remove this. I can work with Darlene on what's going on with the BS. We can make the show fun again. We can go head on, and then we can get into some.
And supposedly, O'Shea Duke Jackson says he lives in Africa. That's on another side of the world. So that means he's going to do all of it through online. The man, he's a genius. He's smart. Plus, he says he's a doctor, so he is probably capable of doing everything online.
And bring in some guests who will just be concerned about the topic, right? And that way you don't have to spend any time addressing no haters. You ain't got to spend no time addressing Joe Budden. You ain't got to spend no time addressing none of this stuff. And you know how black YouTube is. There is going to be somebody else being dusty anyway. So somebody else is going to mess up, do something crazy. It's going to take all the focus off of you. Glorilla and her sister are going to be fighting again or whatever. And, then you ain't got to worry about that. It'll give you some time to get your thoughts together. And then your gigs will come back up. But going back and forth with Joe Budden as a war on the podcast clips is not going to do anything but make it worse, honestly, at this point. Because you're going to be going back and forth with him. Then his fan base is going to try to come out. I'm going to tell you what they do. Go back and look at all your stuff. Try to figure out what you've been saying or whatever else. Try to doctor it up, and it won't end well. Bring in a fourth person. Do not let next Tuesday Craig Smith, Darlene, and Korey do the show. That's not a good look. You need a fourth person with some different energy, with a different topic. Bring in 2 or 3 other people to talk about something different.
So you know what's funny? So Korey Holcom just comes off as the smartest guy in the room, who's not going to listen to this advice. You're probably not even going to see this video because he already went up against O'Shea Duke Jackson based on like the thumbnails in the video description, the video titles. So he won't get this far in a video. But that's some solid advice. At least getting somebody who he at least trusts to give him advice from the show. But you know what? Being the smartest nigga in the room, it's hard to convince those people.
And then let Korey Holcom basically build off their energy and then make the show fun. For the next 2 months, do not let it be Craig, Darlene, and Korey. He cannot handle it. He will be putting too much pressure on himself, and then he'll mess around, say something else, come out with another t-shirt like F Okie Dokie Jackson, right? He gonna put my grandmama up there. I ain't even got no kids. He gonna put somebody up there with a Jerry curl, with a curl. Then it's gonna be all bad. See, he talking about Okie Dokie grandmama and them. It's not gonna work. He needs to let me come in and basically go ahead on and coordinate it up. Let me design it up, right? Let me design it up on the other side, right? So we can bring maybe Rizza Islam back or something. We need a different vibe right now. And then that way, Korey can go hold and use his expertise and let him pop in his comedy. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Fill in with the jokes. Let Craig spill in with the jokes. Let Darlene pop in and kind of organize and guide the conversation as it should be. Then the 5150 can't be stopped. It's like the 1983 Nebraska scoring explosion. It's the most dynamite podcast on the earth if y'all got a producer, and he needs to hire a producer. So if it's not me, it got to be somebody. That's
another problem. Korey Holcom seems to be like one of those people that doesn't want to give up any of his money to anybody, right? He wants every single dollar from 5150 show. So therefore, he's not going to convince himself that To make more money, you got to spend more money.
His ultimate plan. Joe Biden to go away. TMZ will finally go away. All the haters will go away if he do not feed into this shit. Boom. The podcast gonna be back. The show gonna be back. You still gonna get clipped, but it's gonna be clipped for different stuff. It's gonna be for intellectual stuff. Now we all back rich again. You know, well, I mean, I'm getting rich off y'all anyway, so. And he gonna roast me on this, I know, but I can take that, Korey. I'm here to help you, brother. We can do this together as a 5150 fan. Let African scamming, as you say, O'Shea Duke Jackson, who couldn't make it in America, let me doctor it up.
Keeping it too real.
All of us in the black YouTube community can come together. Falset Media, my brother over there, we can let all of us can doctor it up, brother. We can help you out, brother. We can coordinate this. We can coordinate it all the way up, family. We can just go ahead on and coordinate it up. Brother. Listen, brother. Please, brother. Listen, brother. Don't be like that, brother. Don't be like that, brother. Don't be like that, my brother. Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea D. Jackson. Back at it again. The episode of the Celebrity Drunk. Before you do, subscribe bell. Or
Who is he calling a brother? So, okay, I'm going to move on from StreamYard because the latency sucks. My internet sucks. So nobody's going to watch a freaking video that takes forever to load up. Let me go eat something. Sounds like Odechi's up. Let me go say what's up. With that said, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. See you in the next video. Peace.